What's going on, everybody? Got my red balls over here on this early morning. How y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. We got some shit going on today on the 2017 F-350 S&B filters. You already know what I'm gonna say. It's like a sore dick, can't beat it. Here's your part number. Sorry if I'm a little shaky. That's your part number for your 2017. I think it's like 17 through 19, 250, 350. So yeah, basically we are going to be taking that junk out, swapping the battery around, battery will go back there, take this out, blah, 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 extending some cables. And yeah, I'm gonna unbox, I'm gonna show you. I know it comes with good directions, which is cool if you like directions. So yeah, we're gonna start diving into this, guys. We ain't wasting no time. All right, y'all, so everything is unboxed here. Everything's got part numbers on it. We got some battery extensions right here, it looks like, and it looks like an extension for the mass airflow sensor. So a bunch of extensions, shrink tubing, all this stuff. New battery tray. This is gonna go somewhere, I'll tell you that. You got the tube coming off the, the intake tube or whatever. New bracket. The box itself with the new filter. I mean, that filter is massive. It's a nice ass filter. The cover and the O-ring for this guy, all the foam inserts and all the pieces for this, including the clamps, all the hose clamps. Some of these adapters probably to connect the pipe. This is probably gonna come by where the hood opens up right there. And yeah, so the instructions, you got a little QR code. If you guys like instructions, you just come over here. I mean, you know how to scan it. Oh yeah, look at this. Let's see, what are we operating with here? There's your part number. No thanks. Not right now, boss. Look at that. Tells you what tools you need. S&B filter maintenance, before you start, blah, 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 blah. Where are the directions at? We want to see them. Look at that, parts list. You got a parts list. And then here you go. Step 1, step 2, step 3. I mean, this is all color-coded, arrows, this, that, and the other thing. It's like a sore dick, man. You can't beat it. But I'm just going to show you the way I do it. You guys can look at this just so you know. But, yeah, so we're already starting. Got the battery disconnected right here. We're going to take the intake and all this off. 10 millimeter for the battery. We're going to disconnect it over here, too, just because, we're unconnecting stuff and whatnot. So 10 millimeter on the battery. And then, yeah, we're going to start taking stuff off over here, and we'll show you as we go. All right, so these are 10 millimeters as well. We're going to zip these off. Battery disconnected. So don't mind this over here. This is my rocket lights that I put on. If you guys remember in a video before, I said once I get the intake and all this, I'm going to clean this up. So I kind of just set this stuff here for now. Your intake, I mean, there's 4 latches on each end. You just latch them off. And then your mass airflow sensor. You will be reusing this, so we're going to take this out of this box, put in the new one, and there is an extension for this cable. So this kind of, the way I'm showing you, this pops in, this red tab, and then, let me see if I can get it. No, I don't want to pop in. But this is pushed in on here from the bottom like this, and then you just pull it out, slide this red tab, and then pull it out nice and easy. Set that off to the side. So yeah, we're gonna take all this stuff off. I mean, there's just holders for this stupid coolant stuff and stupid EGR shit that we don't fucking like, but it's on here for a little bit. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna keep on trucking along. We'll just show you. We're gonna take this box off. We're gonna zip these clamps off, zip the intake off, get the battery out real quick. So I actually got Milwaukee. Let's see. Oh yeah, non-sponsored. She just keeps on going. Also, if you guys want to reuse or save your stuff, I got these little guys, these little Jerry's off Amazon. OEM tools, check this out. Flips up, look at that. Oh, don't stick that to your paint. Magnetic. It's got magnets in the bottom. Look at that. That's cool. So, zip them in there. Keep on going on. All right, y'all. Battery's out. Intake's out. Look at this little Jerry. What's this guy doing in there? Chilling like a little villain, but I don't know if you can see in there. There's a Turbski wheel in there. Somebody cue up that Scooby-Doo laughing noise when he's in a tunnel. I want that right now. Anyway, stuff a rag, just microfiber, make sure no shit gets in there. So this is 20,000 miles from brand new on a filter. If this is the original filter, I don't know if it will be, but looks pretty damn clean. If anyone wants this filter, $5, I'll give it to you. Push reset. We don't care about any of this. We ain't reusing it. We are gonna take the mass airflow sensor out though. And then the tube to get it off, I used, what the hell did I use? 9/32. Yep. On the snappy ratchet. Don't use a flathead, just use a socket. Got that out. Smells all right in there. So, yeah, both clamps, 9/32. Throw it in there, throw it in the shit pile. Keep on trucking along. Battery bracket. Battery's chilling like a villain. So yeah, we're gonna continue taking this stuff out now. So yeah. Guys, so when you take this piece out, there's a little push pin right here, which is that guy right there. He's one of them trim removal tools. And then you come over back here, it's latched in like this. How did that one latch? Yep, like that. So you just unlatch it, and then this sucker should pull out. Yep, just like so. Throw it in the garbage. All right, so guys, this for the mass airflow sensor, this little tree is right in here. Just pop it out with your trim tool. And then you got two 13 millimeters. I think there's only two. And we'll pull this box out. And then we'll do the same with this box. We'll pull this out, because we are reusing this U-bolt for the battery hold down. All right, so I lied. These two bolts, they're 8 millimeters. Take these two bolts out right here, and then this little guy just pops in there. This goes in the bottom, so you kind of, once you get those two bolts out, kind of just lift it up, pop it out, and we're gonna clean up this rock light mess. So yeah, that guy is out. So before we take this out, we have a bunch of these clips that are clipped around it. I think there's some on this line for the AC line. Yeah, there's one right here. So we're just gonna go around, we're gonna unclip all of these. It'll show it in the directions before we take the box out for the battery tray. All right, so these two off of here. Now, if you look down in here, there's that one, and then there's one right down there. So don't forget about them. So we're gonna get them out too. Just be careful before you start like prying on something or trying to get it out. Make sure that everything is disconnected. So just so you know. All right, guys, so these are the 13 millimeters. That's the 8 millimeter for the intake box. So we're taking these guys out. Then there's two over here up against the firewall. And then, like I said, set this down. Just make sure you got all these guys down in here. So that one, and then the one for the AC line. You see it back here. I actually got the other trim tool that I have, which is a little bit more at an angle. So that was able to get in there a lot easier. So yeah, we're gonna continue taking these out and make the box disappear. All right, so that is what we are left with here. The 4 13 millimeters are out. We're gonna use this U-bolt again, so we'll show you how to get this off. Here's what we're left with. A little bit of a rock light mess, which we're gonna clean up first. And then, yeah, we're gonna start installing the new Smb intake. Keep throwing this stuff over here in the shit pile. Nice. Looking good. All right, guys, don't mind my mess here with all my rock lights, but this bracket, you can see where it was. Remove this bracket for the stock intake. That was right there. It's two 10 millimeters. So make sure you remove that. We're gonna throw this bracket on. I'm gonna clean all this stuff up too. So, yep. All right, guys, so this is where we are. So one of your grounding wires right here, it's 8 millimeter, that runs to the negative cable. take that off. We're going to reinsert that. So kind of basing off the directions, loosely install these OEM, the 13 millimeters, and then they give you this 13 millimeter flat washer on the other side, and a nylock. Install that. Because basically we're going to put the battery tray down, and once that's cool, then we're going to take these back out. And we're going to connect these AC lines, all that stuff back there. So, we're going to, I don't know why I'm blurry here. We're going to get this U-bolt out that we're going to need to reuse. So you got two, I believe they're 8 millimeters again. Two 8 millimeters, we're going to zip them off, and then we'll get this bottom part off and then get them out. So, guys, if you don't want to damage your old boxes, it's pretty easy to take this off. So these tabs in here, you'll see these kind of just sit. So it kind of goes in, it sits like this. So if you come in here, and I kind of just used, you can use a flat blade screwdriver, or I just use this pry tool, and I kind of just pushed down on each tab, and then literally it just, because these just, if you could see, these just kind of sit in these slots, so that just lifts out. So it's pretty easy if you want to retain this, don't want to break anything. So that's pretty much how that goes. So now we're going to take this bad Jerry off. All right, guys, so the new battery tray, just wire tie that. What is going on over there, man? Man, they're getting, yo, Big Blue, she got a detail, polish, nice. Anyway, anyhoodle, wire tie this guy down here, that's it. Make sure you put it on the longer side on the left and the shorter side on the right, like so. We are going to take these 4 M8 bolts supplied with some flat washers, and we're gonna set this bad Jerry in there. And the longer one is going to go through this side right here, where it's that little dimple right there. So we're gonna show you how we'll get that operation going here in 1 second. All right, guys, so new battery tray is in. The primary, I think it's the primary ground is reinstalled. I put it in, I flipped it because this little nipple goes in there, but they want you to put it in like this so it wraps around like that, because negative cable is going to go right there to the battery. Positive's going to go right there. Battery's going to sit in there. You remove those two 13 millimeter bolts out of there. Tighten that 13 millimeter in the middle. Tighten all these cats. And then we're going to flip this around. This part, I'll show you that in a minute. We'll basically flip it going on that side. You'll see what we do here, but ground's reattached. We're going to slap the battery in real quick. So, yeah. All right, guys, so you have your main positive cable right here. So you take the 2 cables off this post, which are right here, and they give you 2 extensions for them. So bolts go down like that with the nut on the bottom. 88 inch-pounds what they take. Shrink tubing, we're going to slide this over each one. We're going to use a heat gun, shrink tube them, and then we got some fabric like shrink tubing to go over them as well, and then we'll connect that stuff. So yeah, show you that once it's done. And then the negative cable. The negative cable, you do have to flip it because your hood strut will want to hit right here. So the way it's mounted, the cable, it doesn't want to go on the post all the way. So I'm going to figure something out with that, but we'll come back to that one. So, yeah. All right, guys, so I have both extension cables mounted on the positive just temporarily, negative still off. They just want you to wire tie this stuff up and clean it up. I will say, this stuff is pretty cool. The red shrink tubing, I've used that a bunch of times. I work on batteries at work. But this, like, felt liner tubing stuff, I have never used this stuff before, and it's pretty cool because it is, like, really wide and it just shrinks down real quick. So yeah, it's actually pretty cool. I pretty much like it. Good job on S&B's part. So yeah, we're gonna continue. Probably gonna start assembling the box down there. So that's what we're gonna work on now. All right, guys, so I want to show you this now. Mass airflow sensor you take out of your old pipe, right? Be careful with it. It's pretty long. I mean, you can see it in here. It's just hanging out in there. So Smb supplies a pad, well, a little gasket, and then this guy, the mounting pad or whatever it is, and then this. Make sure you put them in this orientation. So it says the gasket is between the tube and the pad right here. So just make sure you guys got that like that. All right, so got the box in. You use the 4 factory 13 millimeters That's why you take them back out. So you use them again, retain them. Now, I didn't realize this, so I looked at the directions, but I looked at my 2015, and this the little boot that goes in there, where's it at? This guy. That's optional if you want to have that. You could do like a testing thing to see if it does anything better, but there's some of the directions, like see testing. If you want to run it, you don't have to. So I got it coming from here and here. Now I looked at my blue truck and I do have an S&B on that. And when that one, I left the boot off on that too. So I'm just gonna do it the same. I mean, I always have it, so I can always put it back on if I want to. So this is on, and then we're gonna zip tie some of these up, and then we're gonna throw the tube on and then throw the filter in. And then, yeah, so we're slowly getting there. We're almost done. All right, so we're nearing the end here. So one thing they don't mention, which maybe they do, but I just didn't read the directions in it. It's for this little AC like recharge right here. It's a little tight to the pipe. I mean, it's all right. It's not really flexing too much. I mean, you can kind of put it under there, but I mean, it's all right there. And then it comes with the mass airflow extension right here. So make sure this ain't in the way of nothing hot, you know, or nothing crazy. Make sure when you put this in before you put the pipe in here, because it's when you got to put it in, you got to start like right here where this EGR bullshit is. And yeah, so then the little adapter to the going straight to the turbo, I don't know what you call this, intake manifold shit, whatever it is. I got the two hose clamps, just tighten them down. You don't got to smoke them too much, but make sure everything's all good, Gootin tight. And then yeah, we're gonna throw the filter on now. Throw the filter on, and then yeah, negative cable. We'll get that bad boy on. We're pretty much wrapping this up, so we'll give her a little test start. All right, so there's a little O-ring seal that goes behind this cover, which is kind of nice. I had to trim like maybe an inch off, so just kind of pinch it with your fingers and get it in there, and then covers on. So yeah, everything is installed. I just got to connect the batteries back on, and then we'll rev her up, see what she's got, see if she's got any pepper in her. Very nice. Very, very nice. Put your original push pin back in there, and then they supply you one for right there. So yeah, looking good. Like it. All right, y'all, so we're gonna start her up. Everything is on, negative cable, positive cable, everything shrink tube. I ended up running the mass airflow sensor through there. Right over there, that's what the directions said. Batteries are all connected again. Yeah, we'll start her up and see what we got here. Let's see. Where are my keys at? Oh, my keys are hanging up. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. That's it. She fired up. Fan down there. So, I'm gonna set my phone up so I can show y'all guys what it sounds like here. Or try to. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go give her some pepper so you could listen. See if you like it. Sounds pretty good. All right, y'all, so we're on the little test drive here at my test facility, and things sounds pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely, you can hear a little bit of bark when you give her a little garse. No lights on. Don't mind that TPMS light, because we ain't got no sensors in the wheels, baby. She sounds good. Definitely pleased with this purchase. S&B, y'all, the only way. All right, y'all, so that is it on the 2017 to 19, 17 to 22 S&B cold air intake install on the black truck. The 350, the tree fitty. Everything's good. So you guys saw me rev it up, start. Sounds a little better. Definitely needs some weight loss, you know what I mean. So that's eventually coming. Yeah, so S&B, I got the same one on my blue truck. Well, you know, little different design, but same one. You got to relocate the battery. So I hope all this helped you guys. And they do give you instructions. So, I mean, those help too. Reference them as well. Like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Thanks for watching. Got some stuff over here coming up here soon. Got some 80-90 weight for the diff. Got some PMF parts hanging out over here. Got some bigger PMF parts getting powdered right now. So yeah, we'll be coming at you live here soon with another blue truck video. Tighten that front end up a little bit more. So thanks for watching, y'all.